We're getting ready to play Uno. I have created Uno addicts. Uno addicts. So we're gonna play some Uno.
มาแข่งอุโน
สนุก Uno สนุก Uno
Uno สนุกไหม
Uno สนุก
สนุก
ใช่ไม่
แมวอะไรวะ
ตาใครตาใคร
ไม่ได้คิด
ตาใคร
สนุก
Why you keep taking just one? Just take one.
มาแล้วไม่มีโน
ไอ้เพิ่น
เรื่องความหวังไม่มี
โอ้โนสวย
You say Uno when you have one.
ไอ้เพิ่มไม่สีแดงอยู่
กูไม่มี
My Uno. Oh, thank you very much.
ว่าแล้วทำไมเขาเลือกสีแดงเขามีสีแดงอ่ะ
โอ้พี่โม
You remember? +2, +2, +4, +4. I still kick your ass.
พี่คนน่ะ 1 2 3 4 5 5
Okay, I have to go
5
home.
ห้า
Go
คน
bar.
5 คน
Bar.
นี่
I have to go bar.
นี่ก็เล่นนี่ก็เล่น
2 3
นี่เล่น
4
ด้วย
I have to go bar. Tomorrow,
ย้อนที่ว่า
I have to go eat yin.
อ๋อเขาจะกลับบ้านไปกินข้าว
ไม่ใช่พี่อ๋อ
My mommy. Oh, man.
ละ
Oh, mommy.
เขาว่ากินข้าวแล้วเขาเที่ยงแล้วเขาจะกลับบ้าน
เขา
กิน
กลับ
ข้า
บ้า
วน
แล้วพี่โมอดเล่นเลยพรุ่งนี้
Tomorrow.
พรุ่งนี้
พรุ่งนี้
5 โมงเย็น
ใช่
โอเค very good พี่โมพรุ่งนี้5 โมงเย็น
โคตรมันอ่ะ5 โมงเย็นพรุ่งนี้
ใช่
ได้เดียวไป
Well, enough Uno for a day. And everybody's going home. Yes, mommy, I'm coming. Man, I'm coming home, man. My mom calling me to come home for dinner. Paul, money. Damn dogs. Won't go away. Well, another day is done. All right, little update. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of February. So got all the posts are cut to height. So everything now is leveled out. We're going to go today to order the steel. I'm going to use the same 2x4 inch square tube steel in order to form the foundation and to make the roof truss for the roofing material. It's just so much easier, and then I have a nice smooth surface to drag a bar across and have a nice flat cement, which nobody here understands. We talked to a contractor. He never even called us back. Didn't kind of surprised because he spoke English, and yeah, anyway, no go on that. So we are doing it ourselves, which yesterday we went to the Global House, which is Home Depot over here, and I've spent almost $500 on stuff, and bought a circular saw and a heavy duty extension cord because I'll be doing all the welding for the roof, and then welding for the forms down below, and had to get a circular saw for cutting the wood, and couple laser. So I had all my marks, and if you can see, I had the marks set for the ground height, which that's going to be the white paint. There is going to be the finished level of the concrete, which I was right there on it, but doing it with the string level, it just wasn't accurate enough to make me feel happy. So the G was ground, and then I was going 10 centimeters above that, which is 4 inches thick concrete. And see, like this one, this one there, at the where it says 6 there, the white paint is my finish level, but you know, the ground and the sea are not quite the same place. So I was glad I went and got a level. That was $100. I had one in America, but you can only bring so much stuff over here. But you know, so that C, which meant concrete, and the white line right there on the other side, it was the finished level, so I wasn't real far off, but I just really want this to be nice and flat. And you see, like, this post was a little bit off, and I can't do a straight shot because of those steps. And I busted up the cement that was on the landing, but that stuff is hard there, and I don't have, you know, a jackhammer or anything like that. So I'm gonna have a little bit above that finish, so that'll all get buried in the concrete. But you know, my finish line right there was pretty close. My finish line right there was pretty close, and that finish line was way off. So when I was getting out to here, because this needs some fill out here, because this is obviously, you know, quite a bit higher. So now that I had a laser level, I got everything nice and level. I did all the tops in 5 minutes by myself last night, late in the dark, so the level was easy to see. And like that one, I had to cut off, you know, a good 8 inches off the top. But you know, these cement poles are a whole lot cheaper than throwing in some steel pipes, and there are no 4x4s or anything like that available. And like, if I try to do it natural with trees, I just haven't been able to find a source for it, number one. Number two, they would be pretty expensive. So this is what I got. So like I said, we're gonna go buy steel today. I can get, as soon as they get that delivered, I can start throwing up the trusses. I'm gonna go ahead and do the ceiling first, get that all done. At least then I can work in the shade. The cement truck can back up, and they got PVC that'll run 12 meters out there, so we'll be able to get some, and labor's cheap, so I can get a couple guys of labor. So that's that. My tree guy came back again yesterday, $20, pulled this tree out for me. It had one big long root sticking out the side, but it was sitting right here. That's his digging implement, an old coconut hull. But yeah, he got that out, $20. That one's next for about 15, and same with that one, about 15. And then if he wants to keep working, I got all these little stubborn trees in the fence line that I just want to get out. Just get this place cleaned up before I start building back up again. So that's the update for today. Another bunch of money spent. This is, my budget is blown for the month. I'm officially almost 1 month over budget. But in the end, I'll be in pretty good shape. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, once we get finished with this and we got the kitchen up and running, we won't be spending any money at all. I mean, 10,000 baht, which is, you know, $500 a month, is a lot out here. It's cheap, dirt, and a little bit of beer money, and so we'll have time to recoup that in a couple months. And once the rain gets here and everything greens up again, and we can do a little bit of traveling. But right now it's just so brown and nothing looks good on camera. It just looks terrible. So I'll show you this. You know, some days you can see that there's mountains right behind those buildings. There's mountains, which in my previous videos at Phitsanulok, but today you can't even see it because of the haze. They got a burn ban on right now, just because of everybody burns the sugar cane, which they kind of put a stop to that. People burn the rice in the fields. They're kind of putting a stop to that, so they're baling the rice hay. So it is getting better, but it's just, we've got a ton of stuff here that just, you got to burn it because there's no landfill. So all this stuff needs to be burned, and just to get rid of it. And I'm saving what I can from my little fire pit, and I got some stuff out there for compost pile. But a lot of these little sticks, there's no such thing as a chipper anywhere around, or there is, but it's like industrial stuff. So these guys are hauling all the logs and stuff that they chop down in the fields about 30 minutes down the road, a big industrial chipper for the paper factories and stuff. So I would like to buy a couple loads of that wood chips, so hopefully I'll go up there and they might sell to the public, but you never know unless you ask. But because I'd like to fill all that land in with some dirt around the edges, and then just fill it with wood chips and let it sit for a year, and I'd have some good soil, because the soil around here is horrible. But if I get 4 or 5 of those tandem trucks and just fill it with wood chips once we get this tore down and everything, it'd be nice. So alright, it's been rambling on for almost 9 minutes, so that's the update. We'll see y'all later. Okay, we got our steel delivered yesterday, and getting started on the installation here. So I'll turn you around and show you some footage. So got my little workspace set up, so I got to cut a 4-degree angle is what our slope of the roof is going to be. We don't have any snow loads or anything, so it's just channeling the water off the roof. So 4% is enough, and so that's all the steel. What'd we pay? 15,000 baht. So that's $500 worth of steel. Got this thin wall stuff for most of it, and nobody can give you any specs on what the span or anything is, so good luck. And then I got this one here is a thick wall, because everything's going to be hanging on it, and we're welding to the face, because I have to have clearance. There's a little channel, and then the roof is connected up there, so I have to have enough clearance to fit underneath the roof, and I wanted to try to keep that side as high as I can, so I will have enough slope to get over to this side. So it's not a whole lot of difference in over that span. It's only 4%, so I really needed to get it. So my first uncle came and welded the gap there, so that's good. I'm trying to weld these. I just can't freaking weld. It's been a long time since I did, and I just can't freaking do it. So I'm gonna get everything cut. So basically this is gonna be it's gonna tie in even with that side and sit on top of this side. So this side's a lot easier to do than this side, so I have to cut an angle on that side. This side just goes about maybe 1.5 feet over the edge here, so the rain doesn't go on somebody else's property. It should still fall on our property, and I can later put a gutter on and collect it. And then we just I'm gonna make the forms out of the same steel and just oil them down real good before we pour. And then we're gonna do another extension from this pole. We'll set one more pole in that section where the sand stuff is gonna be another span, and then we'll have a bedroom right there. So basically we just continue on one more 4-foot span, so I'll be able to use that steel later. But this is just the cheapest way, and my guy did call back last night. He wants to come do the work. 500 baht per man, plus he's 800, which is 300 baht for an English speaker to give directions. that understands construction lingo. So that'll be what, 2,800 baht per day, but I should be able to knock out a lot of stuff in 3 or 4 days. And if I just get a guy to come weld, this will basically be done, and then I can do the roof myself. So it's just a lot of screwing, and I can screw a couple seconds at a time. Ba-dum. All right, so that's update. With the old speed square, I mark at 4 degrees. Put me a paint mark, and then I'll line it up with that.
โอเค
Borrow Uncle's grinder or cutter. Yeah, clean it up a little bit. Good old Milwaukee grinder. Wasn't gonna buy this thing, but so glad I did. Okay, that's another one done. Good.